Okay, hello e-improv audience and welcome to the Makeup Artist Show. We're here with you for the next 30 minutes and we're going to do some improv for you. So I'd like to start off by introducing each of us because we're an Irish-based group representing 3 different improv troupes tonight. So I'll introduce myself. I'm emceeing tonight. My name is Tracy and I'm from Choke Comedy. I'm going to pass you on to the lovely Orla.
Woo! Thank you, lovely Tracy. My name is Orla and I'm in Galway in the west of Ireland and I'm representing the Sky Babies. Thank you. Back to Tracy.
And now we're going to pass you on to the lovely George.
Thank you, the lovely Tracy. My name is George and I am from Snatch Comedy Improv all the way from Southern Ireland in Cork. And I'm going to pass you back over to Tracy.
I figured doing a newscast. It's like, back to you, back to you. And now I'll pass you on to the lovely Adrian.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. My name is Adrian Scanlon. I am with Snatch Comedy Improv, also same as George, in Cork in Southern Ireland.
Thank you very much. And finally, last but not certainly means least, I want to pass you over to the fabulous Nicole, who will be our suggestion generator for the evening and also maybe hopping into a few scenes.
And we lost her.
We're currently experiencing some technical difficulties, but I'm sure Nicole will be back in a few minutes. As soon as she comes back, we're going to introduce her to you. So, while we're waiting for our suggestion master to come back online, perhaps we will give a little bit of extra information about improv comedy in Ireland. How about that?
Yeah, go for it, Tracy.
Improv Fest. We have, in 2013, we had our first Improv Fest in Ireland, organised by the fabulous Neil Curran, who will be on this spot with us doing this show at some point. And it's going to be on again this year. I met him last weekend. There are submissions coming in from Australia, the US, which most likely, if you're watching, that's where you're watching from. And wow, we still some time, and the fabulous Nicole is back on air.
Hello.
Nicole, I'd like to introduce you to the audience.
Hello, I'm Nicole, representing the Sky Babies from Galway. Back to you, Tracy.
Thank you. Okay, so Nicole is going to be giving us some suggestions for the scene. So, with no further ado, we're going to start off with our first scene. So, Nicole, if I could get a word from you, please.
Your word is headmaster.
Headmaster. Okay. Oh my God. When I was 6, I was in a primary school, and our headmaster was a nun, and myself and my friend were out in the schoolyard, and we're throwing up our jackets to catch. My jacket went up over this 20-foot wall into the derelict building next door. They had to get a sort of crane and a crane and to get the jacket out. She timed my behind with a ruler. I'll never ever forget it. She's the most evil principal ever. So that's my first memory of principals. Second headmaster, or principal as we called him here, I had a wonderful headmaster when I was in secondary school. This is kind of a sad story because when my dad passed away, I remember standing at the gate and she led the deck of the rosary, and I remember her voice because it was so calm and soothing, and it was just a really nice thing because I'd only known her as an apprentice and everything else, but it was nice to see that outside the school environment she was actually really nice to them. So another headmaster story.
Tracy, I'm going to pause you your conversation. I'm hearing 3
I can imagine them being very bossy, and I can imagine them being very kind of, okay, we're going here, you finished your first course, yes, okay, we're going to go on to your second course. Yes, I actually, no, we're not going to have that, we're going to go for this and that, and generally not being a very sexy date. I wonder what date we had actually would be like. That just brings it up to me, so they're my 3 thoughts of headmasters.
I'm not sure who's still in and who's out. I've lost George. And I've lost Orla.
Technical difficulties.
Well, let's launch into a scene.
Now I know it's your first day, and you don't know how things work around here. So let me just explain to you something of the rules of Bogsworth University. Around here, if you're going to go to the bog, you do it in the bog. You do not do it in your shoes, and you do not do it in your desks. And above all, you are not to vomit in any article of clothing. This is strictly against the rules. And you have to understand. There are punishments.
That if I want to do something, I have to take my stocking, do it in my shoe. So I was very concerned, wiped out, I was with all the that I couldn't take my stocking, do it in my shoe.
Sorry, this. So I can get my socks out of my shoes.
I don't think put in your shoes.
Okay. But I really need to vomit. Where do I vomit then?
Do not vomit in any pockets or shoes. That is imperative. Above all. Who are you? What are you doing here?
Hello. I'm sorry. I'm looking for my brother. He used to go to school here.
This is a boys' school.
Yeah. He used to go to school here, sir.
Oh, I see. Yes, it's you, Sullivan. I remember you. Your brother. I'm afraid he left a long time ago.
He did. He had a hard time here, I believe, sir.
He had a very hard time. Because I gave him a hard time. That dirty little prick. He never used to listen to my
It's an awful cough you have there, sir. I hope you didn't catch it from anything. Any kind of a curse or anything.
I know you. I know you, and I know your family. You're a weird sort. I never trusted you. I never trusted your brother either. Get off! Get out!
You can wave your old hands at me all you want, sir. But you know what? The curse is always going to haunt you.
It was you. You're the reason my life never turned out the way it should. Get thee behind me, Satan! Dominus Christus Sanctus!
You're the one that killed in his shoes!
My also told me never to go visit the old Sullivan's not far from the border. Is there an exit? Hello? Mother?
Yes, love. I'm here, love.
Mother. It's been a while since we've talked to one another.
I know, love. Just the time got away from this.
Yes, Mammy. I've been a very good girl.
What have you done today to make you a good girl?
I said my I helped old cross the road, and I picked up off the ground. I rolled it into chewed it on it and threw it in. I'm into a good girl, Mommy.
Now, tell us, what did you throw into the field, though?
Oh no, I didn't go into the field. Oh, look at this. It's dead. There's sheep, barns, there's cows, and a big looking yolk in the corner. Hello, lovely cow. Yeah. Hey. You said, you know that your milk turns everything sour. Even the goodest are nasty. I'm gonna
know. It's bad.
I didn't go into that at all. I'm in time.
You turn a bit into the field, don't you?
What?
You turn a bit funny if you went into the field, wouldn't you, love?
Yeah.
We don't go into fields, love.
No, we don't.
No. The devil lives in the fields, love.
The devil.
Right, I brought you here today to talk to you about the fact that somebody has been teaching without permission in the house, and the fact that you've been teaching without permission is very upsetting to the status quo. We all know we need to learn by absorbing. So the fact that somebody's actually taken the role of initiating and being a teacher is actually insulting.
Ma'am, can I say something?
Brian, we can all say something. Yeah, we can all say something. That's the idea, yeah.
I just want to say that, I don't know stuff like maths and Irish and English. And I just decided I was going to read some books and teach, all the lads like Frankie and Sharon and Jeannie.
Right.
We all need to know things like.
Well, Brian, it is true that we all need to know things, but what you've actually gone and done is you've actually taken people out of their comfort zone and enforced your belief system on them based on a book.
But I don't know what a comfort zone is, and I don't know what a belief system is either. So I'm just reading maths books and Irish books so we can all, get jobs and all that stuff, like.
Brian, it's been disproved, as we know, at least 20 years ago, that maths and Irish don't actually help you get a job. What you need to get a job is communication skills, Brian. This is why you have these headphones that we've given you.
Alright, communication. Yeah, but I need to learn English to do communication. I don't read any English books either. I want to learn like poetry, Shakespeare, and all that kind of stuff,
Right. We know that stuff is actually the food of the devil. We've talked to you about this before. Shakespeare, comes from a land far away. We have our own language here in Cork, and we love this. We're trying to move away from the English-sounding verbs and nouns.
It's not fair. All my friends are into it, like, they've been into it for years, and they're all laughing at me in the street. They're saying, like, GMT doesn't know stuff about stuff. Look at him.
Brian, I'm going to give you a hard lesson, right? I'm going to bring in somebody that might shock you. I'm going to bring in Tabitha, right? Tabitha actually went to a proper school, and I just wanted to show you what's happened to her because of schooling. Tabitha, will you come in here for a second, please? Yeah, Tabitha, I want you to actually talk to Brian about how you're feeling right now. Right, you see, Brian, she's actually quite unintelligible, and if you notice the glazed look in her eyes, that's what's going to happen to you, Brian.
But I've seen people come out of school and they never talk like that. You must have paid her to say that.
Brian, that's all propaganda. The people you see come out of school are actually trained professionals. They've been planted there for media purposes. And what you're actually seeing with Tabitha, yeah. Actually, if you look, Tabitha, can you give us a side profile, please? Just for Brian, please. While you're talking, Tabitha, so we can, if you make a little bit of sound there, Tabitha, we can see you. Right, Brian, you see, it looks as if she's actually underwater.
But she's drowning.
That's right, Brian. That's right.
Oh my God! You mean education makes you drown to death?
Well, you've heard the phrase "water on the brain," Brian.
Yeah.
That's where it comes from.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Ari, listen, just tell me what to do. I'll do anything. I swear, I'll say.
Right. Okay. You just have to speak. Keep speaking with your lovely Cork accent. Okay. Right. And just keep absorbing everything around you. You know, touching a lot of things is good. Touching a lot of things. No teaching, Brian. No teaching. Okay.
All right, John. I won't teach anymore. One question.
Right. I'm not sure if a question is allowed, but go on. Give it to me.
All right if I touch, myself, like?
Absolutely, Brian. Touch yourself. We encourage you.
Nice one.
Mommy.
Yes, darling.
Is this okay if I touch myself?
Is it okay if you what?
If I touch myself.
Now, so long as you're not touching yourself in a field, love. You're not going into that field, are you?
No, Mommy, I'm in the field. I accidentally touched myself on the parts of the field. And I feel funny.
Were you near the turnstile to the field, love? Could you?
I was. I'm mad. I drank it right, and it tasted like a cow. And then Mommy?
Yes, love.
What's happening?
You turned into a cow. Okay, folks, we're now moving on to the open scenes to 185, and for those of you who don't know 185 is where we make up jokes. So it's 185 blanks walk into the bar, and whatever object we then finish the finish line, and the barman says, So, for example, 185 people walk into the bar, the punchline might be, the barman says, I hope you don't get smashed.
Our suggestion maker's computer is actually composed, so I'm going to shout down the stairs for a suggestion. It's very old school, and I thought that was appropriate. Old school.
Very parochial.
Let me shout down the stairs to get us a word, okay? Are you ready? Nicole! What? Our suggestion is strings.
Strings, that is old school. 185 strings walk into a bar and they say, can we get 185 gin and tonics? And the barman says, I'm afraid not.
Oh! 185 strings walk into a bar and they have this devilish look on their face. The barman goes, I'm not serving you lads, you look like you're about to tie one on.
185 strings walk into the bar, and the barman says, I'm not serving you, had enough. And the 185 thread said, what do you mean, we're grand? And he said, no, you're walking a thin red line.
185 strings walk into the bar, and the barman's a funny sort, and not long after they go in, he tells you don't. I'm sure they were not.
185 strings walk into a bar, and the barman looks at his friend and he said, oh no, here's 185 strings, I bet you they're trouble, I'm just going to see what they do for a living. He said, lads, before I serve you, what do you do for a living? And they said, we're physicists.
Oh!
185 walk into the bar, and the barman says, lads, what are you doing here? You don't serve strings. And they said, where's your buddy? And they said, oh yeah, what goes your buddy? And they said, you're strings.
Hey! 185 strings walk into a bar and they order 185 drinks, and one of them falls into one of the drinks, and one of the locals picks up the drink and he drinks it and he says, this pint is laced.
185 strings walk into a bar, and the barman immediately comes over and gives us a VIP treatment to them. He said, come over here please, you have your own section.
185 strings walk into the bar, and they're all single. There were no strings attached.
185 strings walk into the bar, and they were watching our improv session last time, and they'd heard all our jokes, and they said, quick, turn on Little House on the Prairie, there's a bow in it. And he said, why do you want to watch that? And he said, because I'm the string to her bow.
185 strings walk into a bar, and the barman comes out from behind the bar to get rid of them, and he falls over, and they all jump on top of them, and he says, hey, you're fretting all over me.
Oh! 185 strings walk into a bar, and the barman goes, I know yous are all very skinny like the supermodels, but you'll have to stand behind the velvet rope.
185 strings walk to a strip club. They were G-strings.
I'm going to ask for another word, will I? She's right here. Okay.
Yeah.
Another word.
Mosquito.
Mosquito is the word. 185 mosquitoes walk into a bar, and the barman's not in a good mood. He said, you can buzz off.
Yay! 185 mosquitoes walk into a bar, and the barman says, I'm not going to serve you, not after the last time. Once bitten, twice shy.
185 mosquitoes walk into the bar and barman said, no, I'm not serving you. No, he said, that's yours, what? I will serve you. What do you want? And the mosquito said, I want tortilla. And he said, okay, I'll give you. No, we want. And 185 beaten to death.
185 mosquitoes walk into the bar and the barman says, get out, that's disgusting, your fly is open.
Yay! 185 mosquitoes walk into a bar and they order 185 Bloody Marys.
185 mosquitoes walk into a bar and everyone jumps up and down with happiness because they go, now we're on holiday.
Yay!
185 mosquitoes walk into the bar and the barman says, I'm not serving you. And they say, why not? He said, I don't have to give you a reason. Bite me. He regrets that decision.
185 mosquitoes walk into a bar and the barman rolls up a newspaper and he comes around and he assassinates every one of them. And one of the locals goes, wow, thanks very much for that, I hate mosquitoes. And the barman goes, that's what I'm here for.
Oh! Another word.
Shadow.
185
shadows walk into the bar. And the barman goes
185 shadows walk into the bar. And the barman says, I'm not serving you. And the shadows say, is it because we're black?
Oh! 185 shadows walk into a bar and the barman says, would you like a button or a kiss?
185 shadows walk into a bar. The barman says, I'm not serving you. The shadows say, why? He says, last time I served you, you ended up on the floor.
Oh!
185 shadows walk into the bar and the barman says, no, I'm not serving you, you look rough. And the shadow said, oh, only the 5 o'clock.
185 shadows walk into a bar and very slowly they all disappeared and the barman ducked and he said, lads, it's high noon.
Hey!
185 shadows walk into the bar and they immediately begin to talk about the local elections. And they start talking about how the country's going to ruin. The barman says, lads, it's a bit dark, isn't it?
Yay. 185 shadows walk into a bar and the barman says, what are you looking for, lads? And they say, is this where the boxing is on?
Yay! One more. Posters. 185 posters.
185 posters walk into a bar and the barman says, can I get you a drink? And the posters say, no, we just want to hang out.
185 posters walk into the bar and the barman goes, you can't come in here, you can't come in. They're not quite not. They're like, you just like to sit around and look at teenage girls.
185 posters walk into the bar and the barman says, I'm not serving after last night. And it's like, what happened last night? And the barman says, you all got clapped.
Yay!
185 posters walk into the bar and the barman says, get out, I'm not having yous in here anymore, you can't come in. The last time yous were here, yous were disgusting, yous all caused us all to have an election.
185 posters walk into the bar and start telling rude jokes. The barman says, I can't serve you haven't got any time.
185 posters walk into the bar and the barman says, that's weird.
Okay, folks, we've been the MakeUp artists, and tune in for further shows. I'm just going to briefly look at the lineup for the rest of the night. We're at 4:30 EST your time. We're tuning in at 9 o'clock for me. Tune in at 10 o'clock for the electronic installation, 10:30 for the architect, and 11 o'clock for the golf. We've been the Makeup Artists, a mixture of Kingston, Ireland. Great to see you, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Bye.